Hi guys, welcome back on board to the Crypto Cruiser. It's me, Chris, and today we're going to talk about Polygon, or previously known as Matic, now is known only as PO. We're going to talk some chart analysis, PO compared to the Bitcoin chart, and Polygon compared to USD, of course, compared to the dollar. We're going to talk some fundamentals, what Polygon is all about. Of course, we're going to talk some traditional markets such as S&P 500, because that's a main indicator of where the crypto markets perhaps can go, because they're very much correlated. And of course, we're going to talk about the Bitcoin chart. So let's get started, guys. Let's just start with the Bitcoin chart. And since I launched my channel, I've been nothing but right, especially here when we had price of around 70,000. I've told you I anticipate a huge bearish momentum and start testing prices below 60, and then we're gonna have a final wash off to shake off all the weak hands, a false breakdown to potentially below 50,000, and then we're gonna have a huge bounce. And that's exactly how it's gonna play out. I also call the 65,000, the 52,000, the continuation of the trend to 77,000, and now all-time highs, perfectly predicted. But how did I know that? Well, because S&P 500 was already correcting right here, middle of July this year. So we start having a huge correction, and I've told you there's nothing to worry. This is just an ABC regular correction, nothing more than the extraordinary. Nothing goes in a straight up line. Corrections are actually healthy, but overall, if we look at the structure, we are in a raging bull market. So that's what we had. We had an ABC correction, and what did I tell you guys? I anticipate a huge V-shaped recovery, and that's exactly what we had. We had a huge V-shaped recovery. You can turn back some of my videos, guys. Everything has been documented. I think one of my very first videos was V-shaped recovery, and that's it. The letter V. That's what we had. Once we start hitting almost all-time high prices at price of around 5,650, what did I tell you guys? I anticipate to actually pull back. There's this previous resistance line, twice this resistance, middle of July, its previous all-time high, and beginning of August, end of July. That's what we had. We came back, we turned this previous resistance into support, and we start having upside momentum and the continuation of the trend, and start hitting all-time high prices. Of course, along the way we had corrections, but we had um, over 6,000 price for S&P 500, perfectly nailed. Another thing, once we hit 6,000, I've told you I anticipate a little pullback. We're testing now this previous local top at prices of at around 5,850. We turn them into support. My personal opinion, of course, that's not a financial advice. Anything I say in this video, it is not a financial advice. It's for pure entertainment purposes. And before you do anything, do your diligence and make your own research, because as I've said, anything I say in this video, it is not a financial advice. So now we're pulling back, testing this previous local top as support. In my personal opinion, we're gonna have the continuation of the trend on the upside, and this week or potentially next one, we start hitting price of above 6,100. Actually, in the process, we formed another bullish pattern, a reverse head and shoulders, which measured from the head to the bottom. The price target should be above 6,250. So this is what I'm anticipating to go around 6,250 or 6,300 potentially by the end of the year or early next one. I'm not gonna be surprised at all. So in my personal opinion, there's nothing to worry. But let's just talk about Polygon and what Polygon is all about. Previously known as Matic. I mean, Polygon has a huge ecosystem filled with with a lot of decentralized applications such as augmented reality tokens, meme coins, decentralized finance, decentralized exchanges, lending protocols, and just much more. Polygon has over 200 million unique addresses subscribed to the network. That's a huge amount. That's right there with Ethereum and Binance. That's a very good indicator for the Polygon ecosystem, and for the Polygon coin at all in general, because this is a very huge indicator that Polygon is a very valuable network. And of course, according to the Meltdown flow, that's what makes one network truly special and truly valuable, is the people who actually want to subscribe. But not only that, there's so many programmers who are actually subscribed to that network, who are building a lot of different new applications. So Yeah, let's see how it's gonna play out. But I think my personal opinion, Polygon is quite is a good coin to have. Of course, that's not a financial advice. But what I'd like to see, let's just look at the charts of Polygon and how I'm picturing Polygon can potentially play out if you want to take out this previous local top. Listen, guys, at the end of the day, anything can happen and Polygon can go to zero as well. So always be level-headed, open-minded, and don't take everything with absolute confidence and do your diligence before you make your own research, because anything I'm saying in this video, it is not a financial advice. So what I'm anticipating or what potentially can happen, this is the most bullish case scenario, is to actually, now we're having a huge bounce and start taking out these local tops. In March of 2024, we had a price for one Polygon at a price of around $1.30. We also had here another test of this huge yearly resistance line in February of 2023 at price of around $1.56. We had another test here in April of 2022, over 2 years and a half ago. April of 2022, price of around $1.72. We had another test here in March of 2022, price of around $1.75. So what I'm anticipating, in order for Polygon to take his previous all-time high at price of around $3, is to actually go and break out of this resistance line. So let's just say if we break out of this resistance by Q1 of next year, February, March of next year, and start testing price of above $1.15, and potentially if we take out this local top at price of around $1.30, let's say we go to $1.30, we come back, we test this huge yearly resistance line, we turn to support, and we have a very healthy support. I can clearly see once we hit this price of around 130 to 150 cents, we can quickly snap and double in price and start testing prices at its previous all-time high at almost $3. Perhaps once we reach these prices, we can have quite a lot of weeks, multiple weeks, or even multiple months consolidating or correcting. That's how we're gonna form the right shoulder, and potentially we can form a huge reverse head and shoulders on the yearly chart, on the monthly chart, and once we break out of this $3 mark and we have a full price discovery, we can potentially go much further than what it is, and potentially we can go even above $10. I'm not gonna be surprised at all if something like that plays out. Again, guys, do your diligence and make your own research, because no one can predict the future. No one knows exactly how it's gonna play out. So do your diligence and make your own research. But in my personal opinion, Polygon has a more upside momentum in the months and in the months to come. And if we look at it, Matic, compared to the Bitcoin chart, we're at the bottom of this huge channel pattern. We actually even broke a little bit down, further down than what it is. Now we're trying to get back in. Potentially we can go and test this huge upper trend line that we've tested a few times before in May of 2021, in November of 2022, and we almost got there in February of 2023. So if we measure from the bottom trend line to the top trend line, that will be prices of around of above 12x, something like that. It can potentially play out. So this is another confirmation that we can actually go over $10 for Matic in 2025. Again, that's not a financial advice. Once again, guys, thank you all. Thank you. I really appreciate all the support. If you haven't subscribed to my YouTube, please do it. It's for absolutely free. I really appreciate it if you subscribe to my channel. Also, you can subscribe to my Patreon, where you can get and really support my work by subscribing to my Patreon. That would be amazing. I have two books, the Crypto Guidebook and the Art of Chart Analysis. Once you subscribe to my Patreon, I'll give you my books for absolutely free. And of course, with this subscription comes exclusive content with the most undervalued, underappreciated coins. And of course, you can ask me anything on Patreon about special requests of if you want me to make videos of a specific coin, or yeah, different crypto topics we can discuss as well. So I think I provide quite a lot of good content on my Patreon, and it's definitely worth subscribing to it. Not a financial advice. Once again, guys, thank you all. Thank you for tuning in, and we'll see each other later on. Goodbye.